Hi, beloved. Can you actually thrive if you've embraced your weaknesses, limitations, and flaws? What do you think it looks like? Let's talk about it during our coffee chat and yoga pep talk right now. Hi, my name is Cortney Loui. I'm the creator behind Coffee Chats and Yoga Mats, and I'm so excited you decided to click play. So about once a month or so, we have a coffee chat yoga pep talk, and that's in a nutshell, that's what it is. You can bring your favorite beverage of the moment. Mine is water. I need to hydrate. And find a nice cushy place where you can sit comfortably to do some stretching, wearing clothing that you can bend over in without embarrassing yourself, where you feel uncomfortable. And that's basically it. We'll do some stretching, some sipping, and some simmering. And the basic idea is to encourage you in your journey of living intentionally with passion and purpose as God's beloved. And yes, I'm going to say that a billion times because it's so important. And I know I need a regular reminder that it's possible only by God's grace. So, are you ready? Well, let's dive in. We're going to start with sitting nice and tall. I'm going to scoot back a little bit more so you can actually see all of me. And now you're not freaking out like, oh no, what's happening? So rolling your shoulders back, you can crisscross your legs, you can stack them, do what works best for you. Shoulders stacked above your hips. I like to imagine a string that's gently pulling my spine up, lengthening my body, your chin is level with the ground. Since we're coming at it from a faith-based perspective, let's bring our hands together. If you want a little bonus stretch, you can kind of really press them together. It'll lengthen your forearms. If not, find it, do what works best for you. And we'll take about 4 big deep breaths here. As we breathe, inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. I tend to do a lot of talking, so just a warning. So keep breathing. We're going to start. Go. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more big deep breath. Pretty simple, right? Breathing in. Breathing out. We're going to do a little torso twisting, much like you tend to be strong in some ways and weak on others. That's also another thing that can happen with your body. It helps to balance it out and you're warming up your spine. So let's go ahead and twist, pick a direction at the moment. We'll do both sides. Twisting over, opposite hand goes on opposite knee. The other hand reaches out and behind. You're opening up your chest. You're feeling the warmth right along your back, twisting your spine. Don't forget to breathe, and let's go ahead and gently twist over. We're going to twist over the other way. So opposite hand goes on the knee. Very nice. And we'll bring the other hand back and twist. You may notice one side is a little more tight than the other, or maybe fairly similar. Just observe, no judgment, just breathing in and breathing out. And release, coming back to center. All right, so we're going to do a little butterfly stretch, and then we'll do some sipping, I promise. So feet come together, finding a comfortable position that works best for you. You can bring it out, your feet out further, and just go there, or you can bring them closer. Again, find a comfortable position. You can relax your legs. You're not flying away. This is a resting butterfly. And let's go ahead and gently fold over your back. It's nice and smooth. I like to imagine I can roll a small toy car right down my back. So folding down, breathing in and breathing out. And I'm going to talk. So again, you get some bonus stretch time. Woohoo! So what are we talking about when it comes to weaknesses, limitations, flaws, whatever you want to call it? From this perspective, what I'm just talking about is embracing the things you're not great at. I'm not necessarily talking about sin issues or necessarily like highly spiritual issues, just more so, hey, I'm not great at compass directions, or public speaking freaks me out. Simple things like that. It's more of a neutral thing. Much like a big thing that we talk about with Coffee Chats and Yoga Mat is personality. Your personality is neutral. Neither one or another is better. They're just tools you have. It's up to you what you want to do with them. So let's go and gently come up. You can extend your legs out. Let's take a sip break. So you're welcome to drink your beverage of choice, and I'll keep talking. Again, that's what I do. Breathing in and breathing out. Congratulations. Very exciting. So what could it look like to practically embrace them. I'm just asking you one thing to remember today is this basic question. I know I struggle with blank. So what can I do about it to be more intentional with my time and my energy? Now, that could run the gamut of all kinds of things. Go ahead and set your beverage down. Let's go and bring our feet out nice and smooth. Stretch the legs out. Toes are pointing up toward the sky, kind of like someone's tying ribbons up toward the sky, and walking your hands out as far as your body goes. If you can't go very far, that's okay. Breathing in and breathing out. You can reach onto your toes, or if that's too far, that's okay. Again, just go as far as works best for you. You're lengthening the back of your legs, and a little movement in there, nice and smooth. So good for you, and I know it doesn't always feel good, and that's okay. Just be gentle. Sometimes the burn can be good. Breathing in and breathing out. So simple, right? Coming on up. Let's go and bring our legs out to a straddle stretch. So you want to make sure your knees are going straight up toward the sky. If you're rolling them in or rolling them out, that can be really bad for your joints and bad for your head. Your toes are pointing up toward the sky. You get a bonus stretch that way. And again, walking out nice and smooth as far as your body lets you go. Like I said, we're keeping this pretty low key today. No feet behind your head today. Breathing in and breathing out. Excellent. Let's do a side stretch. I'm going to slide one hand. You can't see my foot, but I promise. See, there it is. Reaching up and over, breathing in and breathing out. Loosening up and coming up nice and long. And we're going to change sides. Nothing too complicated. I know so much of this stuff you could totally do on your own. Again, though, I don't know if you're like me. It's a lot easier not to do it than to do it. So being intentional and taking the time to just literally sit down and do some stretching can make a big difference. Let's go and gently come up nice and tall. Okay. Let's see, what do I do now? I just lost it. Let's go do some sipping. We're going to pull down and do some sipping. If you want, you can rest on your elbows. That works best for you. So again, the basic idea, the question is, I know I struggle with fill in the blank. Then what can I do to take back my time and energy about that? So, for instance, sometimes in my family's dynamic, we struggle with sleep, depending on what's going on. So just acknowledging, oh, I know I'm struggling with sleep right now. That's a weakness. It's not a personality flaw. Then what can I do about it? What would be helpful? Maybe it means going to bed earlier. Maybe that means taking a sleep aid. Maybe it means doing some stretching before bed. You know, the basic idea of not just wasting your time and energy, beating yourself up for what you're struggling with, but taking ownership over it. What can you do differently moving forward? What's a small, tiny change you can implement to make a difference? Coming up. And we're going to bring our legs together. So one knee's on the ground, the other knee curves toward the arc of your foot. This is a really great stretch. We're going to lift up onto our knees and stretch. Breathing in and breathing out. Opening up your body. And release. And we're going to switch sides. Sorry, I got ahead of myself. Planting your knees on the ground. Placing the other hand back behind. Lifting up. And release. All right. Bring it back together. Do some wrist stretches while we're at it. I'm going to scoot back again. I'm going to place your hands down on the ground like so. Whoa, right? Yeah. It's a really great stretch for your forearms. I feel like I do this in every video, and it's because it's so good for you. And breathe. an often understretched muscle. Breathing in and breathing out. And release. Let's rotate the other hand. Planting down. It may not be able to reach the ground all the way. Like right now, my arm's pretty tense, so it's not working. And that's okay. Do what works best for you. And release. Let's shake it. So let's take, I'm going to still a little bit closer to you. You can see where you are. Let's take a few more big deep breaths, breathing in and breathing out. Shoulders relax, hands come together. Again, you can rest your elbows down or you can bring them up. Can I get a little bonus stretch rattling the arm? Breathing in and breathing out. We'll take about 4 big deep breaths here. Relaxing with each exhale. Pushing the tension outside of your body. You don't need that anymore. Breathing in and breathing out. And release. Excellent. So feel free to take a few sips of your beverage. I'm going to do a little more talking, then we'll wrap it up. So again, that basic question, if you want to embrace your weaknesses, your limitations, your flaws, whatever you want to call it, can simply be, I know I struggle with blank, fill in the blank, whatever that is. What can I do to start taking back my time and energy? So like on a practical note, a lot of detail-oriented things like home maintenance stuff, I'm not good at. I don't want to remember it. I don't naturally remember it. I don't like doing it, really. I mean, there's just a lot of things I don't like about it. So instead of continuing to beat myself up for not keeping up with these things that often seem pretty instinctively to other people, I started systemizing and creating tools, using tools like Trello and my calendar to tell me when to do it and to schedule it. And that way it was no longer nagging me. It's something that's there. It helps. I created a system to help me get organized and I don't expect myself to know it all. And it's also really helpful to know that future Courtney won't remember how to do it. So also just popping in instructions, where can I find a how-to guide to do it, to reduce confusion and reduce the pressure on myself to remember all the things, because I'm not going to be able to. I don't know what that might look like for you. You've got your own thing, the different things that you struggle with. Maybe you're super awesome at home maintenance, but when it comes to thinking about the future, that might be something you struggle with. Maybe you're really great about seeing problems. You're more of a thinker. You've got a more tough-minded approach. You can forget to be sensitive to others' emotions. I don't know what it is, but I do encourage you to start considering, rather than beating yourself up for not enoughism, start asking yourself just factually, what do I struggle with? What can I do to take back that time and energy and put towards something more valuable than feeling like a loser and not being as effective? So if you want to learn some more about tools like that and ideas like that, definitely scoop up the Embrace Your Potential Playbook. It's my freebie that I'm offering you that I think you might really enjoy. It's all about helping you identify what your unique personality type is and how you can start living more intentionally with passion and purpose if that's beloved. I'm so excited you dropped by. Feel free to leave a comment if anything stood out to you or if you've got questions. I know I'm not the expert on all the things, but I am here to help you. I hope you have a wonderful day. And as always, you can live intentionally with passion and purpose